Well, good morning, folks. Welcome back to the channel. And look at this. I'm not driving. So we are heading north again. Another hour drive this morning. Oh, hang on. Got to give Nicola some instructions. 2 minutes. 16k. Yes, she said just blindly sailing on past the turning right. Unless her little speaking navigator says, in 400 yards, turn right. So yes, we're heading north an hour, hopefully to actually, rather than just driving all day today, we're going to go and see a few bits and pieces. So the first stop is a little medieval village called Dinan, I think it's called. And as you saw in last vlog, we have booked something at the chemist on Monday morning. Today's Sunday. So today's plan is Dinan, drive on to hopefully Omaha Beach, drive on to Normandy Beach, and then
hope you haven't got COVID.
Sneeze, and then drive on hopefully to our park up for the night, which will then only be 900 meters or something from our poking and prodding place tomorrow morning, but that's all later on. For now, she's driving, I'm navigating, and I'm also going to have a pan au chocolat. Well, bonjour again. Notice someone's missing. So we went to park in Dinan, and being a little medieval town, that was a little bit challenging. So, and I'm always, when I'm parking the van, I'm always thinking, what's this place going to look like busy when we come back? And so we decided to park in the little area, about 2k away. So I sent Nicola on ahead. I was doing a few bits and pieces in the van, which, by the way, had our first experience of ignorant motorhomers on this trip. I won't say what nationality they were. They weren't French, but I was trying to reverse into a space, and they decided to walk into that space and hold a full-blown conversation. And they were doing it on purpose to avoid me parking beside them. Very, very, very ignorant. They got a few choice grumbles, and Nicola's going to have a little bit of a mooch around Dinan. It's her cup of tea completely. Apparently the port is meant to be lovely, and I was going, port? It's not near the sea. But apparently you can get a boat and sail up the river, and all the little houses that were along the port side, colourful houses, and are all apparently cafes and restaurants and what have you. So, right, well, I'm about 10 minutes away from Nicola's dot on the map, so I'll put you away and we'll catch up in Dinan.
I'm out of breath. You whisper gently to the silent trees. I won't forget. You know the secrets of the late night breeze.
Yeah, so I need to try to find Nicola somewhere. Not quite sure where.
Hello! So the castle costs money, which I guess I thought it would. Plus, you have to have a house pass, and I'm not sure
Our
how
Northern
to work.
Our Northern Ireland health passes are not worth the digital ink they're written on.
So I think the town's that way, the historic town, and I think the port's that way.
What way's coffee? Oh, look at that, Café de Chateau. Actually, before we go any further, another one of Nicola's fantastic little one-liners that she always says when we get there is...
It's not what I expected. Cocktails aren't too expensive though.
There she is. Oh my goodness me, I'm falling over the place. Oh, I really am falling over the place. I need
You
coffee.
definitely need coffee.
Coffee!
It's all pretend. Don't you worry now. Don't you worry now, my love.
That's very typical of us. So Nicola happened, whenever she was reading about Dinan, she happened to read there was a street that had nothing on it but 9 pubs. And we're walking down the road and we go, oh, that looks like a nice little quaint street. Let's walk up there, and we
The street of 9 pubs.
we find the street of 9 pubs. 9 pubs and not a coffee to be had.
Your day was rough, an easy slip and then you're out the door. You had enough, these empty vows come again no more.
What have you found?
Crepes. It's kind of be rude not to come to France and...
I'm not going to deny myself if you're not. Crepes, do we say? Why not, eh? Why not? Oh, well, as you might have already guessed, yes, we succumbed. Didn't take much convincing. You know, I was like, oh, I wouldn't mind a coffee. And then Nicola's like, oh, it's a creperie as well. Shall we get creperie? And while I'm deciding, Nicola goes, I'm going to just get a wee small sort of crepe, just a very plain one, just maybe a bit of sugar on it. Yeah. Guess who got the sugar one? Guess who got the caramel crazy one?
Don't you worry now, don't you worry.
But of course, now that we're in France, whereas we were having €1 coffees and €1 teas and €1 wines, let's face it, my coffee was $3.70 and $3.80 and your tea was $3.70. Yeah, so basically, for what that cost, we could have had about 14 manual del days.
Yeah, I've forgotten that France is really expensive.
Certainly when we come back through, we're going to have to be very careful.
We won't be going out, we won't.
No. We've kind of, well, we'll talk about this later. Don't bore you now with logistics, we keep doing that. Right, let's go and explore Dinan, because now that I've been caffeinated and she's been sugarized, yes, she had the big caramel messy one. So.
With apple though, so it was healthy.
There you go, one of your 5 a day. Actually, as well, Nicola, just look in the restaurant there, yeah? So it is, oh, my watch has decided to stop working. It's about 12:15. Oh, they've just ruined what I was about to say. What was missing?
Nobody was drinking.
Whereas in Spain, no matter what time of the day it was, even at garages, I think I actually spoke about this here. I'd gone out for a run and I came back and I ordered like something in an orange juice and she gave me Bucks Fizz at a garage. Anyway.
There's actually, I mean, there's some things I do like about France, but I miss the crazy ways of Spain.
I know.
I really do.
It really was a bit. I mean, let's face it, people were bringing their rabbit out to the bar.
No, there's just something very unique about, certainly northern Spain anyway, that we really liked.
Yeah, and we've spent the last 8 weeks, as you've seen, very, very limited sort of Spanglish and very limited English. We sat in that creperie,
just full of English people. I want to go back to Spain.
I know.
It's not safe to be on your own. It's so far from home. As long as I cannot hear a sound, I lay it in the ground.
Well, that was a very pretty street. In fact, it's still going. Ooh, and now we're getting dark again.
I think we're heading down to the river, I think.
To the port.
To the port.
And we'll just sail back. Yeah, very, very artistic town as well. Lots of shops with sculptures and paintings in them. Not surprising.
One hideous sculpture shop.
Yeah.
It was like brains and lungs and things. It was horrible.
Well, it was kind of the body, and then it was just a big brain.
Yes. Not well. Maybe you like that kind of thing, but I thought it was hideous.
And she let them know.
So don't you worry now, don't you worry now.
And here we are now down at Dinan Port.
It's Well busy.
This is where everyone was. It's kind of walking down the street going, oh, the restaurants and stuff don't look too busy. But now all of a sudden, everyone's down here eating mule fruit.
Oh, more fruit.
Mule fruit. And you think I was lying about mule fruit. Look behind us. No, behind us.
Oh.
They are actually having mule
I
fruit.
shouldn't have had a crepe. I should have gone for the more fruit.
So apparently you can get a boat up here. And I guess this river goes to the sea. It's a beautiful town.
It's stunning.
And it's a town that I would love to come back to and spend a bit of time photographing it, but also just wandering around, you know, sit about.
I think you need a couple of days. You need to come and stay here overnight, I think.
Yeah, and I think the air is well placed because you're out of it. It's about a
10-minute walk.
10, 15-minute walk into sort of the first part of it. And, but yeah, it's just stunning. Really, really beautiful.
It is gorgeous. I can't believe I was a bit disappointed when I first arrived because I think, like Nigel said, it's got to be one of the most beautiful towns I've ever been to in my life. If not the most beautiful, actually.
It's right up there, right up there. So, right, we shall wander on. Mule fruit for everyone!
I'm absolutely gutted. Those flaming crepes. I should have saved myself for the mule fruit.
Literally everyone is having mule fruit.
I'm gutted.
And that is one of your favourite meals, isn't it? Yeah.
It is. Hang on, just been distracted.
Just have to steal someone's mule fruit. Beautiful, stunning. And that's just the mule fruit. We said mule fruit a lot. I could have had steak fruit. Mule fruits everywhere.
I think we should maybe leave now.
Yeah,
I feel cheated.
We had our crepe too early.
We did.
We should have
that was
had.
because you needed a coffee. I blame you.
I didn't need a crepe though.
We didn't say no.
I did say crepe there, by the way.
So I'm going to save the mule fruit for next time. It'll be a reason to come back.
I'll cross over actually. Yes.
Toilets.
Yes. Huh. She's back with us again.
Sorry about that.
Yeah, so I would say the most beautiful village we've ever been in. And it's a place that we will have to come back to, even just for the mule fruit. Right, so we're going to take a wander back to the van, grab some less interesting lunch, and then make the 2-hour drive over to...
Just realised something, but it's fine. We can sort it later.
We've
got no water.
No water and no mule fruit. Hey ho. Right guys, we shall catch up at our next destination.
I'm out of breath. You whisper gently to the silent trees. I won't forget. You know the secrets of the late night breeze. It's all pretend. Don't you worry now. Don't you worry now.
Well, good morning folks. And Monday morning. And today's the morning that we go get things shoved up our nose and down our throat.
Which means we're probably having to go home.
Yeah.
Boo. Well, that won't be good if we're positive either.
No. I was thinking about this morning. I was going, oh, wouldn't it be positive? Of course you don't want to be positive. So anyway, we parked just in this. We tried to get parked last night in a couple of places and everywhere was completely rammed. So we just came to this, feels very American. We're actually parked in a hypermarket car park. And Nicola was saying last night, there's people over there just sort of standing around and don't know what they're doing. Maybe they're plugging in their car or something or doing a washing. No. They were waiting on pizza. I could have had pizza.
24-hour pizza in a machine.
This is why you need to come and investigate and give me all the information.
That's amazing.
I could have had like 2 a.m. I woke up at 2 a.m. this
How much do you
morning.
reckon it would have been?
I woke up at 2 a.m. this morning and I could have had pizza. So we are going to... Oh, and she's wandering off.
Sorry.
We are going to go in and grab a few bits of shopping and then drive back down. One of the reasons why we wanted to stay in the little hour that was full last night was it's only a 7-minute walk to the chemist where we're having our antigen test. and it was completely rammed. So we have to drive back 15 minutes into that little area, park up, and then go get. Not looking forward to this.
I've done it
at all.
once because I had a COVID test which was negative. Can't even talk. But I don't think, because it was a self one I did last time, and I don't think I shoved it anywhere near far enough up.
And this is going to be.
I think they do it for you here. So.
Well, this is going to be done by a French lady who hates the Irish, probably. Well, we have arrived at the pharmacy. Next up, getting invaded. Actually, Nicola was like, that's the sign there, the big red flashing one. I was like, nope, that's the bar.
I'd rather be down there.
That's the type of invasion I want. Pokey time. I'm not quite sure what we've paid for.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. We put all the details in, paid, and then she told us to go outside again. Anyway. Right, and right. I know the worst thing about it is, knocking on Heaven's Door was playing in there, and I'm like, that's not the stuff you want. Right, here we go. So it was all nice and calm in the chemist, and then they sent us around to like a car park, and in front of us there were kids being held down, and I almost bolted, I almost ran away.
That was hilarious.
Oh my goodness me. That was not enjoyable at all.
Hang on a minute, I had to have both sides because apparently one nose is too
One
tight,
nose?
one nostril was too tight, and he couldn't get it far enough, so I had
Well,
to have both.
well, let me tell you, he got it far enough with mine. Goodness gracious me, that was not pleasurable at all. I am not a big fan of anything
I thought
medical.
I was going to have to hold him down. It was so funny.
And the more I squirmed, the more you went in. It was like, mate, you're going to go to the back of my head in a minute. Oh my goodness me.
It's all done, but we've got another one to do when we get back to England.
I'm breathing air that I've never breathed before. Right, I need a massive coffee now. Oh.
Now, fingers crossed.
Yes, fingers crossed everything's
We're
negative.
okay.
We should get the results in about 20 minutes.
Mine is negative.
Ooh. Nicola's is negative.
How do I save this so that I can...
Did you get an email?
Yes, it went into my junk mail.
View your certificate?
Yes.
Negative.
Yes, we're both negative.
Well, that starts the journey, and I'm assuming that QR code is what people will want to think. But and yeah, as I said earlier, I know that means we're going home, but we didn't want to test positive, of course. But that wasn't very pleasant.
Really quick, wasn't it?
Really quick. Yeah, so that took. We were probably there for about an hour in total.
Yeah.
Well, 45 minutes in total, and the test only took, well, after he held me down and beat me with a stick to get me to stop it. But we are
Negative.
both negative.
Yay.
So now we can decide what we're going to do. And again, as always, we're not sure yet. We're either going to get the Eurostar or we're going to get a ferry. And that all depends on, Nicola's got a conference call in about half an hour, so we're going to do that. We're going to fill up with water because the places that we may stay won't have any water. And if the next place we go to is decent, we'll probably stay there for 2 days and then get the ferry. But once again, I'm boring you with logistics.
Do you think we're the most indecisive people ever?
Yeah. I also am very aware that you're probably looking into the big gaping hole that used to be my nose, because it just feels like it's this size now.
And he's got to go through all that again on Friday, plus the throat one.
No.
But actually, it's made me realise when I did a COVID test months ago, and I didn't put it anywhere near far enough.
No.
So that came back negative at the time, but I might as well have just dipped it in a glass of orange juice, because I don't think I got to the right places.
He certainly got to some places. I'm not sure they were the right places. Right, I need big coffees now. You smirking about.
I've still got my sweet.
I say there's just no professionalism these days. Welcome back, guys. Look, she just wanders out of the frame as well.
That's because I've just finished my sweet and I don't want to crunch it up. It's too nice to crunch.
So, last time you saw us, we had just finished getting our COVID results in France. Well, not a huge amount. Oh, there's the van. Not a huge amount happened over the next couple of days. Once we got the negative results back, we just drove ourselves closer to Calais, stayed about an hour outside Calais. The night before, Nicola was crazy busy with work. We did get to a lovely little park up that we'd love to go back to by the coast as well. But then we just made our way to Calais. Got on an earlier Eurostar than we thought, and before you knew it, we were back in Cambridge, which I was not very happy about. And that was last week. We then took Nicola's mum down to Southwold for her 80th birthday and came back, saw some friends, had our day 2 PCR test here in Cambridge. I've not got a sore throat.
I don't think they swabbed me far enough.
They swabbed me far enough for the both of us. I literally almost was sick on the person.
That was fine. I didn't hardly feel a thing.
Oh.
So.
But it came back negative. We had a couple of nights out with friends. We took your mum back out for dinner on Sunday. Monday I was in the library all day working. And today is Tuesday, and we have left Nicola's mum's. And we're actually going to now stay at a friend's house tonight. And then we are going to head off tomorrow. You're still crunching that, aren't you?
I'm going to choke.
And it's a pear drop and it smells like nail varnish. I hate them.
No, I'm feeling a little bit, I always feel a bit conflicted when I leave Cambridge because I do miss my family quite a lot and my friends. So it's always a bit
You told me you
bittersweet.
didn't miss your friends.
I did not.
Joke.
So not funny. So you have a lovely time and then it's always really sad saying goodbye, and so I'm a little bit upset today, and I'll be fine once we get on moving again, but I do miss them as much as I couldn't live in Cambridge because there's too many people here now.
It's crazy.
I do miss my family.
But in terms of moving again, I'm not quite sure what we're going to do. There's a big part of us, or at least a part of us, Nicola has 3 weeks left on her European visa out of our 90 days, and we are very tempted just to skip back over again, especially with them abolishing sort of return PCR tests, and we would be going back to Ireland anyway. Another 3 weeks in northern France.
Because the weather's not looking great in England, so we're not sure. We've got basically tonight to make a mindset.
Yeah. Or we head north and have a bit of fun in Scotland. But
I've missed the wildlife actually. To be fair, we didn't take a lot of time out to look at wildlife in Spain. So I've been needing a bit of a wildlife fix. So I wouldn't mind Scotland.
yeah, so we literally haven't decided yet. But
Keep changing our minds.
yeah, but I guess that will be a story for next time. But we will come back with a little summary of our time in Spain. We'll probably post that for you guys next week. We'll work on it a little
Things
bit.
to be aware of, things we like, things we didn't like.
We certainly learnt a lot in terms of our own enjoyment of what we enjoy doing. But we'll summarise all of that in the next video. But hope you have enjoyed our little bimbles around Spain. We certainly have. And just before we left Nicola's mum today, they were one of those holiday in the sun or house home in the sun or whatever, and it was down in Andalusia, and that looks like a cracking place
Does
as
look
well.
very nice, yeah.
Yeah, and I actually googled it, and it was 24 hours to drive from where we were to Andalusia. We'd be there in a day.
Maybe that's somewhere nice to be in the winter. So.
Right then, there's a plan and a half. Right guys, well once again, thanks a lot for following along, and until next time.
I don't like saying goodbye, so I'm just going to say see you later.
But we like to see your...
See you later.
We should literally go home. What a way to finish, eh?